Stop chasing customers. The best customers are the ones you already serve. According to Gartner, 80% of a company's future revenue will come from just 20% of its existing customer base. These 4 simple steps will get your customers coming back again and again. I'm Xavier Kelly, and alongside my business partner Eddie, we started a multi-million-dollar rental business. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get your customers to keep coming back again and again. The probability of selling to an existing customer is 60 to 70%. The probability of selling to a new customer is only 5 to 20. The probability of selling to a new prospect is only 15 to 14%. You need to be prioritizing getting repeat clients. And here is how you do that. I'm working off of this document that you can download for free in the description. So go do that right now. We'll be going through this in the video. So if you see this comes up and you know where it's from, just go ahead and download it really quick. So the 4 things we're gonna work on is gonna be give good service, offer easy rebooking, and then follow up around important dates. The last thing is reach out to them for 5-star reviews. Okay, so let's dive into this right here. So I'm gonna read off a couple descriptions and we're gonna go kind of more in depth into each one. So the first thing is gonna be give good service. If people have firsthand experience of you giving them exactly what they need without any hassle, then they will come back to you. And now, this is the most important part of this whole section right here, is because if you don't give good service, no one's gonna come back to you. If you're late, if you're not showing up on time, if you're bringing up with dirty items, or you don't have the stuff they have, or if they feel like they got scammed anyway, and really this comes down from you not doing what you told them you're gonna do, they're not gonna come back. So before you do anything on this list, just make sure you're providing good service. And a way that you can kind of know that you're providing good service, if your customers on a regular basis are asking you to give them reviews, or you have a whole bunch of 5-star reviews, or if realistically, if your rate that an issue occurs, that is, I would say on the devastation scale, is basically 1 to every 20, then you're kind of doing pretty good work at that point in time. Number 2, offer easy way to rebook. Now, the problem too is right here, not customers work with you. Now, the second thing is like, is it an easy way for them to go through the process and rebook with you? Now, for some softwares, you can even have a login that they can go through, or like something like software we use at Rent More Pro. We have an instant booking, instant quoting system. So they put information in and quotes them in there, and then it adds this order to their last account, so we can be able to see exactly where everything is in a row. It just makes it really easy for them to book, and they already understand the process. If you currently don't have a software that kind of does this for you right here, another good point could be if you had another form that they can reach out to you and can be able to do it on an easy approach, so you can get everything down and worked out for them. You really don't want them to be struggling on where to go to rebook and stuff. You want to make it as easy and frictionless as possible. And this is one of the key things you need to remember right here. Make repeat business frictionless. Set up automatic reminders, have simple rebooking process, and even create subscription style services if it fits your model. Now, if you're not in the rental industry, this is a lot easier if you're doing lawn care. But if you're in the rental industry, like most of us right here, then you don't really have to worry too much about that. But it might be something they do on a regular basis if it's some type of venue or church or some type of service or event that they have on a regular basis. Number 3, follow up around important dates. So the things you want to really do when you're looking into following up on important dates. So right here. So you think about right here. If someone comes in and last year if they did Thanksgiving with you, then they probably realistically are doing something for Christmas. They're gonna do something, some type of events for like their birthdays, anniversaries. They're probably a person who throws a lot of events. Now a good way you can do, if you get on the phone with them and you can talk to them, you can actually be able to put in their information and put their important dates in place. So you can put their birthdays, their anniversaries, you can put any of their kids' birthdays or anniversaries that they have, so you can be able to reach out to them during these days of possible abilities that they might throw events. Now, depending on their age and their friend group, you can get into some of the friends miss. You can get into the, I think there's another one like a Galentine's one, as I've been told, and this one is pretty interesting. Basically, when a whole bunch of, not single, but a whole bunch of friends get together and they just do Valentine's together and share with each other. I actually had a cousin of mine who did one recently. It looked pretty good. So when you do this right here, you'll be able to send out. Now, one way you can do this right here, if you have an email set up and you're doing some type of email program where you're sending emails out on a regular basis, like kind of we do, you kind of can capture everybody at the same time by downloading your actual users and your customers off of that list and put them inside of some type of system like MailChimp or ConvertKit, and you can finally go through that process. I just call it Kit now, so let me change that up. But you can kind of put it in there and run it through there, and you can be able to run it on a regular basis. We do this with every single person. So technically, if you don't have their important dates, you can kind of just reach out to them on every date. Now, last thing, and this is something right here that we found works very good, is reach out to them, ask for reviews. Customers that give reviews, especially in a public statement, are more likely to work with you every time they work with somebody. And the reason is because right here, because they publicly announced, hey, this person's good, I use them. And then this would be really good for them because they basically have self-declared that you are the person they're going to work with going forward in case you mess up. So if you don't follow number one. But you want to ask for these reviews and go through that whole process. And if you think, I'm talking right now, you're like, oh, well, I don't have no reviews. Then you need to go watch that one video that we made about how to get 100 customer reviews, 5 stars. So make sure you check that out. Now, when it comes to getting reviews, just remember when you're asking this, the closer you are to the satisfaction event, the more likely for you to get the review. If you ask somebody 10 years later after they had a service with you, it's least likely for you to get the review. So generally you want to ask this or have your system do an automatic message that sends to them right after their event that goes through the feedback. And then once they get feedback, they say it was good, then you ask for the review. You kind of have that process kind of automated, and you want that to be kind of right after their event ends so you can get the review. So try not to, you're not gonna get the same results if you ask 5 months later or 10 months later or even 2 weeks later. So the closer you are to it, the more likely you to get the result. In the link below, you can download this full list down there and kind of go through all the components of everything we talked about in details in the step-by-step process. These are just some of the steps that help me grow my business. Try them yourself and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you want more tips like this, make sure you download the ultimate checklist right here. This will give you everything you need to get started in growing your rental business. And if that's not enough, make sure you guys subscribe to get all the knowledge you need to succeed. Now watch one of these videos right here to figure out what you need to work on next. I'll see you in one of these. You better choose this one or you can choose this one, but choose one.